And now we've had a very special guest with us in the studio all morning, Wolfie. Have a look, there he is, the emperor penguin. He's part of a new campaign to try and create the world's largest wildlife reserve by banning all fishing in 1.8 million square kilometre area in Antarctica, which is about 5 times the size of Germany.
If it succeeds, the reserve wouldn't only protect emperor penguins like Wolfie, well, kind of like Wolfie, but also leopard seals like killer and blue whales. Louisa Casson is from Greenpeace and joins us now. Morning to you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Wolfie's been out and about, hasn't he, trying to raise awareness. I mean, this would be an enormous project if it came off, wouldn't it?
This would be. I mean, it's a historic opportunity that we have this year, really, to create the largest protected area anywhere on Earth. As you say, it's 5 times the size of Germany or 200 times the size of Yellowstone National Park. So this Antarctic Ocean Sanctuary would really create a safe haven for emperor penguins, for blue whales, for all the unique and amazing wildlife in the Antarctic Ocean, and that would have benefits globally as well.
What's happening at the moment, and why is this sort of protection required?
Well, at the moment, the Antarctic is a pretty special place, but it is already coming under pressure. So we're seeing the impacts of climate change, and we have these industrial fishing vessels which are travelling down to the Antarctic and targeting the one animal upon which all other Antarctic marine life relies, and that's less charismatic than penguins, but it's krill, which is a tiny shrimp-like creature, and you know that is essential for blue whales that have made mammoth migrations. They really need to be feeding their young, and they need to kind of build up that strength by eating krill.
Okay, so who needs to agree to this to make it happen?
So the Antarctic Ocean Commission is a body of about 24 governments and the EU, and we know they're meeting in October to discuss this proposal, so they could make that decision, and that's why we've had penguins popping up in capital cities all across the world to build that pressure. We've already got 250,000 people signed up to back this campaign and counting, and we also have one of our ships which arrived in the Antarctic yesterday to conduct groundbreaking scientific research to really bolster that case, to show us both the beauty of the Antarctic and its fragility and why we need to protect it.
I was going to say that sort of the research to go along with that is probably crucial as well. So will you be presenting that when these countries meet together and hoping that they can come to some sort of accord?
That's what we hope to do, and we know it's really difficult to get lots of different governments agreeing on anything, but we do have hope that because a few years ago those countries came together and created another ocean sanctuary on the other side of the Antarctic, we think we can go one further this year and create an even bigger one.
Can I just talk about what the ship is doing? It's called Arctic Sunrise. I think it's and you're going to try to get to the bottom of the ocean floor and see what's there, aren't you?
Yes, we'll be the first humans to go to the seabed and to visit this previously unseen bits of the ocean floor in the Antarctic Ocean, and we've got world-leading scientists on board who are specialists in showing the vulnerability of this area.
It's interesting to have you on this morning, considering who we were speaking to a moment ago, you know, about plastics in the ocean, and Iceland trying to make a difference in the next few years or so, and trying to encourage other supermarkets to follow suit as well. How big an impact could that have on our oceans if all supermarkets went down that road?
I think it would have, it would be a real game changer. You know, it's brilliant to see that kind of leadership, and we know that our oceans are facing acute pressures from pollution, from climate change, from fishing. So seeing that kind of action on land, as well as the type of action at sea that we want to see of creating these ocean sanctuaries, it feels like there's a lot of momentum at the moment between protecting our oceans, and that's brilliant to see.
Louisa Casson, a campaign leader from Greenpeace, thanks very much for your time this morning. And we have taken care with Wolfie. We'll give him back to you now.
He is a little fragile though, isn't he?
He is a bit delicate, but you know, that's the place of the penguins.
Which is why I'm not allowed to touch the penguin this morning. So thank you for coming in, Wolfie.